Hello and welcome. My name is Georgina. Today we will examine the structure and function of each organ in the digestive system, focusing on how both mechanical and chemical, also known as enzymatic digestion, occurs in each part, as well as how digestive nutrients are absorbed. We will also look at the histological features of the stomach, duodenum, and ileum, and discuss the liver's vital role in digestion. In addition, we will review the 7 essential components of a balanced diet and their key functions, explore the effects of dietary imbalances, such as deficiency diseases and their symptoms, and discuss dietary recommendations aimed at promoting health and reducing the risk of lifestyle-related diseases. The human digestive system. The alimentary canal is the route of which food passes through one continuous tube, measuring approximately 8 to 10 meters long within the human body, running from the mouth to anus. Digestion can be categorized into 2 groups: the alimentary canal organs, which are directly involved by ingesting and processing food as it passes through them, and accessory organs, which play a crucial role in the digestive process but food does not pass through them directly. The mouth, including tongue and teeth, breaks down food by using a chewing motion known as mastication. The teeth break food molecules down into smaller particles when saliva from the salivary glands become mixed with the food as it's being chewed. The saliva is formed of water, mineral salts, and an enzyme which supports the digestion of starch known as ptyalin. Once the food is small enough and the surface area is increased, facilitating the enzyme access for chemical digestion, it is then passed down the pharynx and esophagus and becomes a mass known as a bolus. As the muscular wall of the pharynx contracts, the process of swallowing food becomes involuntary as it becomes pushed deeper into the esophagus, which uses the process of peristalsis. Using the help of gravity, liquids and softer foods are passed through the esophagus, which is about 25 centimeters in length, varying from 1.5 to 2 centimeters wide. The esophagus lies behind the trachea and heart and in front of the spinal column. It passes through the diaphragm before entering the stomach, as highlighted by Britannica in 2019. The liver performs several important functions in the body, including filtering the blood to remove harmful substances, producing glucose through gluconeogenesis, and supporting digestion. As an accessory organ, the liver also produces bile, which is stored in the gallbladder and used to aid in the digestion of fats and oils. Bile is transported through the bile duct to help emulsify fats, breaking them into smaller droplets that are easier for the digestive enzymes like lipase to process. It also neutralizes stomach acid, allowing the food to continue through the digestive system. Bile then follows from the gallbladder into the intestine, where it mixes with food to aid in digestion, as explained by Linda Meyer in 2023. The pancreas, on the other hand, produces digestive enzymes that act as biological catalysts, speeding up the breakdown of food into simpler molecules such as sugars, starches, and fats. The stomach uses gastric acids to break food down once it enters into the body. It contains a mixture of hydrochloric acid, which helps kill harmful microorganisms, and enzymes that aid in digesting fats and proteins. As food enters the stomach, it is coated with acidic fluids and churned. The food, initially called a bolus, mixes with the gastric juices and churns into chyme, a semi-liquid substance made of partially digested food and digestive fluids. The stomach's muscular contractions help to further break down the food into a smooth, liquid-like consistency, ensuring that the food is ready for further digestion in the small intestine. The stomach is located at the upper left side of the abdomen, just below the diaphragm, and its structure has 4 layers. Number 1, the mucosa, the innermost layer, which contains glands that secrete digestive fluids like hydrochloric acid, pepsin, lipase, and mucus. Secondly, the submucosa, a connective tissue layer that supports the mucosa and links it to the muscle layers. Number 3, muscularis externa, 3 layers of muscles that help to churn the mix and food during digestion. And fourthly, serosa, the outermost layer that helps reduce friction and protects the stomach as it moves. The The small intestine is the primary site of digestion and has three main sections. The duodenum is the first section, where most chemical digestion occurs, receiving enzymes from the pancreas and bile from the liver to break down food. The duodenum has three layers. The mucosa, lined with villi and microvilli, that increase surface area for efficient absorption and includes the epithelial lining of the intestinal tract. Submucosa is a loose connective tissue forming placa capillaris, which support blood vessels, veins, and nerves across the mucosa. The muscular mucosa contains smooth muscle layers that move the mucosa and extend to the villi. The middle section is the duodenum and is primarily responsible for absorbing nutrients like sugars, amino acids, and fatty acids into the bloodstream. The ileum is the final section, which absorbs vitamin B12, bile salts, and any remaining nutrients before passing the waste to the large intestine, as stated by Christiansen in 2021. According to Dixon in 2021, the large intestine contains the cecum, colon, rectum, and anal canal. The cecum connects to the small intestine and aims to conclude the digestion process. A section of the large intestine, measuring around 2.5 inches long, receives and holds partially digestive chyme so that gut bacteria can break down an ingestible fiber called cellulose. The cecum also absorbs salts and electrolytes from the chyme and secretes mucus that lubricates the solid waste so that it passes more easily into the colon. The colon is the largest part of the large intestine, and it is tasked with extracting key nutrients and any remaining water from the industrial material to form feces. The rectum serves as a temporary storage space for waste products within the body until they are ready to be eliminated. From there, the waste passes through the anal cavity, which is the final part of the digestive system, and it is then expelled from the body as feces, as suggested by the Cleveland Clinic in 2023. Mechanical and chemical digestion. Mechanical digestion is the physical breakdown of food which makes it easier for the body to absorb nutrients in the intestines. According to Lachner in 2017, this process starts with mastication in the mouth and continues with swallowing through the pharynx and esophagus and involves the churning of food in the stomach with gastric acid. The mouth plays the biggest role in mechanical digestion, where large food pieces are broken down into smaller ones, increasing the surface area for the enzyme and chemical digestion to react on. Chemical digestion, on the other hand, involves the use of enzymes to break down food into smaller molecules that can be absorbed into the body, and this process begins in the mouth and continues through the intestines. The stomach is the key player in chemical digestion, and the process is mainly driven by enzymes that help break down food further. Enzymes are protein molecules that speed up chemical reactions in the body. They are essential for digestion as they break down food into smaller molecules, making it easier for the body to absorb nutrients. Without enzymes, the process needed to digest food would happen too slowly to support proper digestion. Some important digestive enzymes include carbohydrates, which break down carbohydrates and can be found in the mouth, pancreas, and small intestine. Protease, which breaks down proteins and is found in the stomach, pancreas, and small intestine. And lipase, which breaks down fats and is found in the pancreas and small intestine. Enzymes are specifically shaped to bind with molecules known as substrates. The location where the enzyme attaches to the substrate is known as the active site. Once the enzyme binds to the substrate, it helps break it down into smaller components. After the reaction, the enzyme releases the products and is free to repeat the process with another substrate. Newman in 2022 believed that enzymes work most efficiently under certain conditions. In the human body, most enzymes function at the normal body temperature of 37 degrees. At lower temperatures, they remain active, however, work much slower. Extreme temperatures or unsuitable pH levels were found to either be too acidic or too alkaline and can alter an enzyme structure. This change in the shape affects its active site, preventing it from binding to substrates properly, and this is called denaturation. Different enzymes function best at different pH levels, depending on where they are in the body. For example, enzymes in the intestines work best in a slightly alkaline environment with a pH around 8, whilst the stomach enzymes like pepsin work best in very acidic conditions with a pH of about 1.5. These variations are suited to the specific environments within the digestive system, again as believed by Newman in 2022. The recommendations of a balanced diet. A balanced diet is achieved by good distribution of micronutrients and macronutrients being consumed and giving all components of the body what's needed to work correctly. Maintaining a balanced diet ensures the correct support of the immune system and preventing illnesses. Carbohydrates provide the body with energy. Proteins support growth, repair tissues, and produce enzymes and hormones. Fats supply energy, insulate the body, and support cell structure. Vitamins are essential for various biochemical processes and maintaining health. Minerals support bone health, nerve function, and other body processes. Fiber aids in digestion and promotes healthy bowel movements. And water is vital for hydration, temperature regulation, and chemical reaction in the body. In the opinion of Oliver in 2016, as adults we should aim to maintain a balanced diet throughout the week. If you consume meat and fish, try to include at least 2 portions of this within your main meals, with 1 portion of fish being oily such as salmon and trout, and other proteins such as chicken, and then have moderation of red meats. A high percentage of our body is made up of water, and therefore we should be mindful about how much we replenish. Deficiency diseases and their symptoms. Dietary imbalance can have a major effect on an individual's health and well-being. This may be from consuming too much or too little of a particular nutrient, and this is commonly known as a nutrition deficiency. In relation to guidelines of the NHS in 2023, malnutrition arises when a diet does not provide the correct balance of nutrients, resulting in either undernutrition or overnutrition. Symptoms include unintended weight loss of 5 to 10% over a 3 to 6 month period, a BMI of 18.5 or below, reduced appetite, persistent tiredness, weakness, frequent illnesses with delayed recovery. Researchers Bowers and Lawler found that vitamin B12 is important for producing red blood cells, DNA, and maintaining nerve function. Vegetarians and vegans are more likely to have a B12 deficiency since it's not present in plant-based foods. Possible symptoms occur such as numbness in the hands, feet, or legs, difficulties walking or maintaining balance, anemia, tiredness, weakness, memory difficulties. These symptoms may become noticeable fairly suddenly or could take a while to catch your eye. Bowers and Lawler also found potassium is essential for heart, nerve, and muscle function. It aids in nutrient transport to cells, waste removal, and counteracts sodium's impact on blood pressure. Low potassium levels can result in diarrhea, vomiting, sweating, excessive alcohol, or kidney disease. Symptoms may include muscle weakness, cramps, constipation, tingling, and irregular heart rhythms. In agreement with the NHS in 2024, iron deficiency anemia, resulted from insufficient iron due to blood loss or pregnancy, is managed with iron supplements and a diet rich in iron. Common symptoms include tiredness, low energy levels, shortness of breath, heart palpitations, pale skin, and headaches. In accordance with the Mayo Clinic in 2018, calcium is essential for building strong bones and supporting the proper function of the heart, muscles, and nerves. A calcium deficiency can weaken bones, hinder growth in children, and increase the risk of low bone mass or osteoporosis in adults. The daily calcium limit is 2.5 mg for adults aged 19 to 50 and 2000 mg for those 51 and older. Vitamin D regulates calcium and phosphate levels, supporting the health of bones, teeth, and muscles. Deficiency in vitamin D can lead to rickets in children or osteomalacia, which is bone pain in adults. Symptoms may include fatigue, bone pain, mood swings, muscle weakness, and aches, although some individuals may experience no symptoms at all. The NHS in 2020 state that vitamin A or retinol helps the immune system function and improves vision in low light and keeps skin in areas like the nose healthy. Deficiency can lead to blindness and a weakened immune system. In the opinions of Boa and Lola in 2021, iodine is essential for producing thyroid hormones that support healthy cells and metabolism. A deficiency can cause symptoms such as an enlarged thyroid, shortness of breath, weight gain, and an increased heart rate. Diet recommendations to promote good health and reduce lifestyle factor diseases. A balanced diet can help prevent and lower the risk of various diseases, including heart disease, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and certain cancers, whilst also supporting the overall bodily function. To meet our needs for energy, protein, vitamins, and minerals, we should aim for a varied, mostly plant-based diet whilst balancing our energy intake. We should aim to be obtaining most of our energy from carbohydrates of between 45 and 65%, which could be found in whole grains, pastas, wheats, rices. Keeping fats under 30% with total energy intake, and prioritise unsaturated fats over saturated. We should limit free sugars to less than 10% of total energy intake, or ideally 5%. We should restrict our sodium to less than 2 grams per day, which equivalents to 5 grams of salt. And ensure adults and children over the age of 10 get at least 400 grams of fruit and vegetables per day, or 5 a day as most people know. The World Health Organization in 2010 identified that without water, the body will only survive for a few days. Water is essential for multiple bodily functions such as breathing, sweating, and urination. Therefore, it is important to maintain our water intake as symptoms can occur such as dry, cracked lips, constipation, dark-colored urine, headaches, and dizziness. To summarize, today's examination of the digestive system has provided a thorough understanding of the structure and functions of its organs, with a focus on the detailed processes of mechanical and chemical digestion. We looked into the absorption of digested molecules, paying particular attention to the histological features of the stomach, duodenum, and ileum, and additionally we highlighted the liver's crucial roles in digestion, including bile production and nutrient processing. Our discussion also covered the 7 key components of a balanced diet and their essential roles in supporting health. We explored the consequences of dietary imbalances, such as deficiency diseases and their associated symptoms, and reviewed current dietary guidelines designed to promote well-being and mitigate lifestyle-related diseases. Collectively, this integrated perspective emphasizes the fundamental link between diet, digestion, and overall health. Thank you for listening and thank you for your time. Below is a list of references that I have used throughout this presentation to verify my work and ensure I have the correct and up-to-date information. Thank you.